Hi there, Steve from Steve M Outdoors here, and today I was pretty close to not making because I didn't want to appear salty, but I figured, well, I need to put a video up, and the topic is important enough. Things about outdoors channels that kind of make me leery. So a couple of days ago, I was watching a subscription tackle box unboxing, and I was a little disappointed by it. Because it was a content creator that up until that point I actually enjoyed watching his videos. About a minute and a half into the video, I noticed that he was wearing a t-shirt that had the subscription tackle box company's logo on it. He was wearing a ball cap with the subscription company's logo on it. And they had an on-screen promo code so you could order a subscription to this subscription tackle box service. Also, the first lure they pulled out of the box, he just happened to be a pro staff member for that lure company and mentioned how happy he was to receive the lure. That kind of got me to thinking how much I could trust the rest of the video and anything that channel had to say going forward. You know, and I've noticed this going back years now in the outdoors community. It seems that a lot of people in our little circle only get into it so they become sponsored and get free stuff. At least judging by a lot of the posts of the forums I belong to, particularly in the fishing world, where every other post seems to be, how can I get on the pro staff? How can I be sponsored? That I belong to. So with that in mind, I just wanted to discuss some things that make me distrust a lot of outdoors and fishing and shooting channels out there. The first thing is what I refer to as investment in a channel. Some people really get wrapped up in companies, what we in today's lingo refer to as fanboys and fangirls. And you can see that in their videos. Like the YouTube host that I mentioned earlier, there are those who seem to have some sort of investment in the company. Sometimes it's financial. Follow their affiliate link or use their promo code to buy the product, and maybe the YouTube host gets a percentage. That's fine. If you declare openly that you have a financial relationship with that company, even if it's just an affiliate link, then it allows you to make an educated decision about the value of their opinion. If they don't, though, you really need to ask yourself why they wouldn't admit that financial connection. What might actually be worse than those people are the ones who have an emotional investment in a company. Kind of like how people, view Apple and every new product from that company as a gift from a higher power. There are those people who look at companies like they operate with received wisdom from God. Look, I like Shimano's rods and reels a lot. If you look behind me, you can see some of them. And I'm particularly fond of, to give examples, Curado and Stratic reels. I'm honest enough to admit, however, that I believe that Abu Garcia actually tends to make better products on the more modest end of pricing. So yeah, I'm wearing a Shimano hat with a logo, but I'm not invested in the company. The next thing I notice with a lot of channels is the I like everything syndrome. When I see a YouTube video and the host never seems to dislike anything, I get nervous. I get that some people make the conscious decision to only review products they like because they want to spotlight positive things. I have to admit, though, that I really disagree with this approach. I myself was a professional writer and reviewed things in print and online for years, and regularly featured products I didn't like because I wanted to give people the heads up that there was some stuff that they should avoid and why, which I thought was particularly valuable. What makes me nervous is when they review something like a subscription tackle box and they love everything in the box and every box they've ever received. There are literally entire channels out there where the reviewer has never disliked a product from a subscription tackle box. I don't know about you, but it's impossible to like every damn thing that you receive. And it kind of makes me question their credibility, whether it's justified or not. So next up is the Blizzard of Oz. Okay, I know that below it actually says Blizzard of Ats instead of Oz, but just pretend it's an A down there. I'm not really that clever when it comes to this thing. Anyway, what I mean by that is when you see those YouTube videos or any social media post really, where the post is ostensibly about something generically fishing or hunting or sports shooting, but above or below the video is a sea of social media names, company names, with that old familiar A with the circle, the @ symbol, so that the companies know that the maker of the video is mentioning them. Look, I get it. You want to get some company's attention because you might have used their product today or you're sponsored, but I really have to wonder why that's important. You know, unless you're being sponsored or you're a pro staff member, who gives a rat's ass? It just makes me think that you're emotionally invested in this company, and any opinion you have about their products is entirely objective. Now, I know what you're going to say, Steve. I've actually seen you mention companies in your posts with, you know, the link that Twitter and Facebook and all that automatically generate. That's true. I usually do that more, though, just so that people can follow that link if they're curious about that specific firearm or lure or whatever, just so they can find out more info. But I got no relationship with the companies, so I don't care. Anyway, speaking of sponsorships, that's the next one. Sponsorships and pro staff. I get sponsorships. You're receiving a benefit in order to promote a product. Cool. Common as water in the fishing world, whether you're a professional angler, a guy with a TV show, or you're some kind of well-known YouTube video maker. That said, the fact that somebody is getting money means I find their opinion is hard to trust. You know, let's remember that Roland Martin was paid to promote the infamous helicopter lure. And how many of those do you think he's thrown since the 90s when that thing was peddled? How much do you trust his opinion on any product recommendation these days, knowing that, you know, he can be paid to promote that kind of garbage? You know, for every Randy Howell who is honest enough to admit that he won the 2014 Bassmaster Classic using a Rapala lure, and not Livingston, who was his primary sponsor at the time, and to this day, I think, there are a million others out there whose opinions are underlined simply by a paycheck. Pro staff or brand ambassador, that one I don't get. A lot of people think that the pro in pro staff means professional. It doesn't. It actually means promotional staff. And to be specific, it usually means unpaid promotional staff. Yeah, you're going to get some swag, you know, hats and lures and t-shirts and stickers and whatever else, in return for humping to local tackle stores to try and convince them to put this lure on their shelves. But for the most part, you're doing the job that a paid salaried salesman or woman would have been doing. Instead, you're getting a ball cap and some stickers that you can put on the back of your Dodge Ram, you know, 1500. You know, I've been approached in the past to be a pro staff member for some lure companies, but realized I'd just be selling my opinion for almost nothing. You know, if I'm going to sell out, I'm going to make it worth my while. Anyway, that's all it for today. It's just something I had to get off my chest. If you found this video vaguely informative or interesting, you know, feel free to give the video a like and share it. If you have something that you want to add or disagree with that I've said, you know, leave a comment below. I respond to all comments that are left. And in the description, you can find links to both my Twitter and Facebook pages. Feel free to check them out. I have no problem with that whatsoever. As always, enjoy the rest of your day. Tight lines, straight shots, and enjoy the great outdoors. See ya.